for my project 6, I chose to do a syllabi review, looking to see if it covers the different components for students to be successful, looking for those behaviors and attitudes and how to earn the points. Looking for care, partner, belong, validate, or if there's any deficient thinking. So I'm going to go pretty much page by page to what I was thinking. First of all, my syllabus is 13 pages, or 12 pages, and I already was overwhelmed trying to read it. I definitely felt it was too much. And so I really would want to work on it to be a liquid syllabus or syllabi, because I do feel like that allows them the things that are important, they just go to that. But I think when you certain times when you are able to open it, it does give the different pages, but or maybe including a outline would help as well for the PDF version, so they know exactly where to go. That would be my first thing I would want to change. The second thing I noticed is I kept, even though I did my student learning outcomes, I kept my course purpose that came from, that are, to me, are much more actionable items, that things that students would want to make sure they understand. And so I felt like that validated that I did want them to be successful, that I am in there for them. And because the things that, and I'll hear students when they're talking about the syllabus that, oh, there are things that I do want to learn about. So I feel like the way that these have been phrased are much more important to the students with the hearing of those action items, compared to like things like self-evaluate to gain awareness of choices, habits, and attitudes. I feel like hearing them reading it this way of like raise your self-esteem is a much more of a validating statement. Next, I would say my attendance and participation is okay. I think it could be a little worded differently. I think the only nice thing or phrase thing well is important to your learning experience, that the reason I want them there, but I still feel like it could be possibly taken out to just really focus on, I really like the way what I asked of you and what my commitment is to you. I think those really do show that there's a partnership between the two of us. I did notice, or us in the class, I did notice that I didn't, I put that I was going to post announcements every week and join them in class discussions. I don't do class discussions technically online. I do them in person, so I guess I could keep that. But I don't make announcements every week, so that would be one thing that I would definitely want to improve in the future. Next would be, I actually got this commitment and expectations for meeting with a I think a DE mentor or someone, and I feel like it does show care, validate, and partnership for the assignments. I just feel like they're just the assignments. There's nothing good or bad about them. For the late work, I do feel like it shows that there's a care and validation, because I do give them to understand that I do understand that life happens and that I am there for that process, to help them make sure they still get the grade that they want, that they deserve, if they're willing to make up the work, even if life happens, and they don't have to worry about giving me like excuses or worrying about that I care regardless. For my diversity statement that was taken from somewhere else, I feel like that's what was for the belonging, because the goal is for it to be a supportive learning environment, and validate and build on the rich diverse identities. I feel like that is fine. I do feel like all of the etiquette is long and maybe just could be on Canvas instead of in the syllabus. And then I really liked that I got from someone else to include all the supports, but I do feel like that also makes it long, but I do think that's really important to have those resources, maybe even like quizzing them on there so that they know that being able to have that conversation about these resources that are in there, like a matching or some kind of activity in the beginning. And then my student with disabilities, I also feel like that statement was taken from somewhere else, and then the goal of it is for belonging. So all in all, I do feel like in general, I have some good things in there, but I do feel like it's too long and it needs to be uh, edited to not be so cumbersome of information.